Hey y'all, it's been such a long time. What's up, y'all boys? Cousin. Oh, now girl. Okay. What's up, huh? Oh, I did it. I feel so old. Anytime
Hey, hey,
I
Mimi.
log on. Now where's Nicholas? I be feeling so old because every time it's like the last time I went, I did a live. It was something else, and I'm like, what button I mash? What's the button I mash on here? There go Nick. Gosh, good times. Uh,
I'm nervous.
Nick,
Nick.
yeah.
I'm saying, oh my God, I told Mimi, I said I haven't spoken to him since high school, but I got a weird feeling he finna say some wild shit because I know
Now,
Nick.
why do people think that?
Because you be saying
Because it's
wild stuff.
true.
Is it
What
really
you
wild
mean?
though? When you really think
Yeah,
about
it's
it, is
pretty
it wild?
wild. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
What makes it wild?
I'm just saying. I mean,
I feel like
He a
I'm
little
pretty
funny.
rational. I just think that people don't think outside of the box.
you got
So
good sense. I ain't say you didn't have good sense,
I
but you
believe
say, well,
I do. Thank you.
You do all right there, friend.
yeah, yeah.
What's
You
going on? Let me put my headphones.
um, I was talking to Tiff earlier. So what's up, y'all? It's your girl Mimi Talks. I'm here with Tiffany and Nick. Y'all are my favorite people in the whole universe, and I mean
Hey,
that. I mean
hey.
it.
Okay. Thank you. The
So
feeling is mutual.
is it friend?
Same. Yeah.
Friend.
For
We
sure.
be doing a little 1-2 down to the podcast. Me, you, and Tiffany. I really feel like the next episode should be all three of us. I'm not even gonna lie. I
I,
think this should be a thing. I'm just
I
saying.
agree with you. I will make myself available whenever you need me.
Say
Okay.
that.
I will try my hardest. You know how my complicated. But I will try my hardest to be present or be present virtually or something because I was sad when I saw y'all little clips and I'm like, oh, not little clips, your big clips. And I'm like, I wasn't even there to take part in the conversation. So,
It was
Friend.
a time was
It
had.
was.
yeah.
I had asked Tiffany earlier. I'm gonna ask you what happened to Auntie Anita. What happened?
Oh, I didn't go. Troy, what's happening? I didn't go to that. But the auntie and uncle community was very pissed off at her. I saw one lady call her bald headed at least 3 times. That's the clip that I saw. I'm not necessarily. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not an Anita Baker fan, but that's not a concert that I would go to. I leave that
They were saying
for
like it was this one young lady said that she purchased tickets for her mother and her aunt
right.
for Mother's Day because it was Mother's Day weekend. It was the Saturday before, or was it
Hmm.
the actual Sunday? I'm not sure. But they purchased tickets. They don't flew down. They flew in from the local Jacksonville, and they got there, and also no concert.
It was third. She canceled it, so I went to a graduation party Saturday evening. The people that walked in, it was two people that walked in, and they were complaining about it because they were dressed to go to the concert. She canceled 30 minutes before she was supposed to show up.
Nah,
Why?
that's what I'm.
She gave no explanation. No explanation.
And so that's what I was saying. Like, so I guess my point was I want our legends to kind of and again they are people at the end of it all, right? So we are people and we're humans. We're having human experiences, human emotions. She might have just said fuck it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I
Hmm.
just feel like I just wanted our legends to be like the girl had said she had already paid $65 for parking. She was walking down and it's downtown Atlanta. You know how it's not Atlanta. It's down here to the Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know how parking go down
Hmm.
there. The people that paid all their monies, they had on the shoes that hurt their feet walking to the concert,
Hmm.
and they didn't even know it was canceled. I feel really bad
But
about
we
it,
don't
so I just keep talking
know
about
what
it.
happened though. So not knowing. So when you mentioned it earlier, I thought that you were referring to some of the conversations I heard last year where they were saying that she was kind of showing up inebriated. And then you were getting mixed reviews because some folks were saying that she was still fine and others were saying that the show was a mess. But I didn't know this recently happened. So now knowing that, I would say we probably want to wait to find out like what happened,
details.
Get upset. Because what if something really serious happened where she couldn't perform and then everybody's all mad for no reason? Like, it's not...
Wasn't she also it was an issue with her and Babyface. Was it
It was an
Babyface?
issue with her and Babyface.
So he
And
talked about it at Jazz in the
yeah,
Garden.
yeah.
What?
And yeah, he like apparently he was supposed to be on the show with her and she didn't. It was something with the lineup or something like that. But you know, Babyface is just as great of a legend as Anita Baker.
Yeah.
And he was humble enough to say he would go on, you know, before her or whatever the case was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a big thing. Like they talked about it on. I listen to Steve Harvey in the morning, so
Yeah.
they was talking about it on Steve Harvey morning show. That
Yeah.
that there was an issue, a little rift between, and she kind of got a little snappy. Like
Yeah, she got. It was real bad
for her. Not at all.
Say it again.
He should not have gone before her. That's Babyface. I mean, no shade. I love Anita Baker.
But no, I agree.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. I'm with you. And you know, I'm an avid connoisseur. But yeah, it should not have been. But he was gracious enough to say, okay, you want this to be your show? Cool. I'm still finna go out here and do all of the 90,000 songs that I've written for other people, along with the 90,000 songs that I wrote for myself. I'm gonna do my shit and I'm gonna go. And it turned into this big thing because the fans got involved down to the social media, and she was like, "Get your fans."
Right.
And he never responded because first of all, who you talking to? Number one. Number two, what you mean get my fans? What you want me to do? Argue with everybody down to the Twitter?
Yeah.
I have an issue with, so, you know, we grown now, right? Like, you know, before we used to have to stay in a child's place, but we got kids now. We got our own bills. We wipe our own ass, right? I'm tired of these celebrities leaning on their legacy to mistreat their core fan base. Lauryn Hill is another one. I'm very vocal about Lauryn Hill and my displeasure for how she treats the people that rose her to this stardom that she has. So I believe that if you cancel a show 30 minutes before and you know that you are Anita Baker, I feel like a statement need to already be prepared as to why we are canceling. Like you just said,
I agree.
$65 a ticket. That's just the base price of the ticket. We talking Ticketmaster. They're gonna add another $1,000 on top of that in fees.
And literally 1,000.
Yeah. Then depending on where it is, you're gonna have to pay for parking. You gotta worry about your car being broken into. You gotta get an outfit. You know, people gotta buy white diamond. They gotta get their sequins. They gotta do all of this stuff to prepare for this concert. So you literally paying $2,000 for 2 hours worth of entertainment. It's ridiculous. So I feel like a statement should have been released the very same evening. Hey, listen, the concert is canceled. Somebody broke their leg, sprained their ankle, tore their ACL, whatever it was. But it needed to be followed by what's going on and when it's going to be rescheduled and or when I'm going to get my money back. That's how I feel.
But why Nick had to say white diamond?
White diamond.
I'm just saying.
I'm still there.
White diamond.
I want you to know that I'm still there at white diamond.
That's her lineage. That's her lineage. It's definitely white diamond. It's white diamond.
So someone else in the comments said that they feel that if you're an older artist that you should be making sure your health is in check before you go on tour. I don't know if that is a realistic expectation because we can't control when health incidences happen. But I do agree with Nick in that there definitely should have been a statement made. I'm still, so because of what I do for a living and just how I am normally, I'm still waiting to see what she says regarding show up. But I do agree that there's decorum around how this could have been handled. And with her being in the industry as long as she has, there should have been a better approach to like how they manage it. So I agree.
And I feel like it has a lot to do with perhaps this is how she's been, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe this is not abnormal behavior. You know what I'm saying? Because back to the thing with Babyface, the way Babyface was wording some of the things, he was kind of saying like, she ain't new to this. She been on this. People are kind of seeing it differently now thanks to the World Wide Web, right?
Right.
So we can kind of see it in the forefront. I think that's the difference. We were talking about that a little bit today on the podcast, that now we're a step away. We can actually get a little insight of how celebrities move now, whatever, because of social media. Before, it was that mystique. You didn't know all of the ins and outs. You kind of heard chattering on the little, what was it called? National Enquirer. What was that magazine called? That little shit like that. Yeah, you got a little whisper here and there, but now you can see with your own two eyes. I mean, you still don't know the full story,
Right.
but yeah, you can see a little better.
I hope she's okay. I do hope she's
Same, I
okay.
agree.
You know, but and again, like Lauryn Hill is notorious for this. She be coming 3 hours late to shows, and then got the nerve to tell people they need to be glad she even showed up.
Yes.
I'd have threw both my shoes on the stage. Straight up. Like, don't play with me.
I love
People work. They work hard for the money. That if people choose to spend money with you in this economy, coming off of Pan American, we 4 years, we 4 years from a Pan American, and this how you gonna treat people? Come on, bro, stop doing that. Right? You gotta be better. Let's be better people.
But can I just say, it's not just artists too, real quick. I feel like all these businesses need to stop disrespecting people, because
let's talk about it, GNs. Let's get into it, GN.
I'm gonna lead with this, and I have to be very careful about how I say things, because they pull stuff years later when you make it, and they talk about how you dragging people.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? But but my thing is this, right? So I don't lead with like I'm a Black-owned business, right. And I don't have a problem with folks doing that. And I'm very sensitive about Black-owned businesses, so I'm careful about what I say, because I have to protect us. But in this time, I've seen so many businesses, and because I primarily shop with Black-owned businesses, I only really have an opinion around that. I guess James Baldwin says, like, he loves America so much you can critique it, right? So I need us to stop with the bullshit. Like, spending their money with us. I need us to start treating people like they're spending their money with us, and stop acting as though it's a privilege for them to shop with us, right? It's a privilege for us to have customers who shop with us. It's not the other way around. And some of these policies I'm seeing with companies, some of these restaurants we're going to, just some of the stuff that's happening, like I'm here with it. I just can't take it anymore. And it needs
to
cannot.
As a consumer, right? Because I do make a conscious effort to shop with Black-owned businesses, restaurants, things of that nature. And we all hear the same, customer service is terrible, delivery of materials, products, goods, and services is terrible, stuff like that. And although that could possibly be true, I do want us to have a little bit more grace with our people, right? Because a lot of these people, this their first time trying something. Like, you wasn't good when you was a cheerleader, or when you was a majorette, or when you was a flagette, or whatever you chose to do first. You weren't good at it. But it took for you to develop skills, knowledge, and abilities, and things of that nature in that regard, for you to, gain the skill set that you ultimately ended up with. So I do think that it's dual. It's twofold. So we need to give more grace to Black businesses, and then Black businesses also need to be able to take constructive criticism, and in a healthy manner, right? And by constructive criticism, I don't mean bashing them on Facebook, going to Facebook and saying this food is trash, or you know what I'm saying. No, let's help each other, help the community, right? Because I have a problem with people selling $80 hoodies that was made by Gildan. Let's stop doing that.
By Gildan.
No, let's not do that.
Real quick, what you're saying, Nick, makes sense. I have two thoughts on this, right? So I'm a person who's worked in corporate America most of my life, right? And while corporate comes with its challenges, the one thing I'm grateful for is that you learn how to take feedback, how to give feedback, how to grow, how to improve things, right? So like you have the corporate training that you're receiving that you then bring over into your business. So now when I go to start my own business, I understand large scale and the small scale, like fundamental service, right? But what's happening, you mentioned like learning to take feedback. I'm seeing so much of it and I think it's because of social media. I'm seeing so much of these like businesses not wanting to get feedback at all. They don't want to hear anything. It's like, oh, if you give me feedback and you don't agree, you're not my customer.
Exactly.
No, how this works. I'm your customer, which is why I'm talking to you, because I want patronize. And unlike a lot of people, I don't think that we have terrible products or terrible whatever, terrible packaging. I think we have some of the best products. We have some of the best packaging. We're the most innovative.
Absolutely. We move the culture. We all of
but
that.
it's sometimes it can be so hard. I was going to order some outfits the other day from a company that's charging $130 for some tights, a t-shirt, and a sweater. But when you go to order, you got to check, and then you see all the stuff. It's a whole line of like, can't do this, can't do that. It takes 15, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you got to make up your mind. If you're charging me $130, you got to change your policies. And if you're gonna charge me, if you're gonna have the policies, charge me $60. Then it's fine, you know. But it can't be both. You get what I'm saying?
Don't make me feel like I'm spending $130.
I spend the money, and you got to say, this is the customer I want to attract. Because when you go to getting me, I'm doing hair out the house rules. When I'm spending that kind of money, it's gonna make me feel like.
That's where I was going next, because the hair girls and the nail girls down to the house that you don't even have your licensure, right? But you have 20,000 million zillion rules. It's rubbing me the wrong way. Yeah. Right. And I'm all for us, you know, knowing how to do the things before we get to the thing. But also, don't charge me $78,000 first of all, and that's what the girls be down here charging. Yeah. And then you're not even in code. Please don't make me call them people on you.
Yeah, I heard y'all be going through it with the hair girls. Well, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't. I'm out the game. I found one girl and I'm spoiled. I will pay for anything that she asks me to do. She provides the hair. She is prompt. If she say 2:00 and I'm there at 1:58, she say, "Oh, come in, baby." Yep. Oh, so I found my crew, and that's what I need. And I advise everyone to do the same. For sure. Because the girls, it was one girl I saw. She sued the girl. She sued her and she won because she was down here playing with her hair. Yeah, y'all play too much.
I definitely spend money on convenience. One, convenience, and two, quality. Yeah. Like for sure. Don't play with my time because I don't have a lot of it, and make sure that the quality that you're serving or whatever it is, it could be it could be a good or a service. Sure. Just make sure that the quality of the service matches the price point. That's all I ask. I don't really, try to haggle with people on their price and stuff like that. Especially if I know you. Yeah. If I know you, I'm gonna give you a shot. Like, oh, this is what we're selling. Let's go ahead and run with it. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, come on, let's be fair. Okay, let's be fair.
I don't want to put you in a headlock, please. Thank you.
Inconvenience. I actually don't mind being inconvenienced to a degree, because like nothing I do, like the girl who does my nails, she's not close at all. Right. But I know when I sit down in her chair and her prices ain't cheap. My chair, my shit gonna be right. Exactly. So exactly. Off from work, I'm gonna do whatever, and we have that relationship. But I just think, and I'm saying this, y'all, whoever's watching, I'm really like, if you follow me enough, or if you see my stories, like I really fuck with us for real. I'm not a person, Black people. Most times when I have a bad experience, and I done had a few this year, I don't even talk about it. I just don't shop anymore. That's right. It. And then you will know this is a hint, this is a cheat code. If I talk about the person all the time, I had a good experience, it's good to go, y'all say. If I shop, you never hear about them again, don't go there.
But when you have a bad experience, are you communicating with them like offline and kind of telling them what the issue was? Or
are people ready to hear that? Like Tiffany said. So what we were talking about earlier, Tiffany, when we were talking about life coaching and people not being ready or willing to take in the information. So are people willing to hear information, Nick? Tiffany, you can answer.
Like me? I am. I feel like I think if you're not hearing constructive criticism, you're not growing as a person. Sure. Person or business, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? And communication is probably our worst enemy amongst our community, because we don't know how to talk to people and we don't know how to listen. Right? So I believe that it does everybody a service to understand where I went wrong and where I can improve. Whether that could be a DM. I just don't like the people that wait. They'll go and then they'll get online and then they'll bash.
I agree.
Oh, the food was trash. Okay, don't say trash because that's negative. Let's talk about why you didn't like what you were served. Was the food cold? Was it, was it cooked thoroughly? Like stuff like that. You got to be objective. You can't be subjective, because a lot of times, people are going to take it defensively anyway. So how you frame and how you phrase your constructive criticism matters more than what you're saying. because you could say it's trash, just use different words, and people can receive that better than what you probably were going to say.
Sure.
So,
And I, it's been mixed. Mimi, I'll tell you that because of, I always reference how I am, because if you know me, you know me. Because of how I am, I want to see us win.
Yeah.
So if I have high emotional intelligence, if I can sense that you're going to receive what I'm saying well,
Sure.
have the conversation.
right.
If I'm talk to you and I see that we're not even kind of getting off to the right foot, or you're defensive, or you're making excuses for it, there's no ownership or accountability, I'm typically not going to invest the energy because I don't have that kind of time to spend.
Sure.
I think that, everybody can buy an LLC. Not everybody's ready to be a business owner.
Ooh.
And a lot of people they're starting businesses because it couldn't work in other places. They couldn't get a direction. And now they started a business and they think that it just changes, but actually you got to double down on your ability to do these things to scale your business, right? So I said all that to say, like, if it makes sense, I'm going to tell us, because I know that we can fix it if you're willing to listen. But if you're not going to listen, not me.
I agree,
All right.
1000%.
So, Nick, let me talk
Man,
to you about this right quick. So our last podcast that we recorded, can I tell you that there's been a couple of people going back and forth with me about the benefits of marriage. That was that specific clip that I posted. The DMs that I've received, the messages that I've received is beyond me. I have no humor. I don't know how to. So the people down here saying that they were just point blank saying there were no benefits that were listed.
Is this men or women?
Men's.
Okay, I understand. Okay, keep going.
Understand?
I do. Yes, I explain. Keep going. I'm
No, that's
ready
all
to
I
have this
have.
conversation. Because Tiff, you've been married how long?
I've been married 10 years and with my husband 15.
Okay, all right. Keep going. I got you.
But this is my second marriage. The first one was a flop, so I did it over again.
Okay. No. My first was a flop too. I would love to be married again. So I'm speaking from somebody who would do it again. So.
Yeah.
So why would they say that, Nick? Because you said you understand. So why would they say that the list that you listed out? Because you gave a nice round amount of things that I thought was beneficial. The way that I ended the conversation with both people were the exact same. I said, if you don't find any benefits, baby, then it's not for you. Right. That's all I had. But I want to know, like you said, you understand. So why we understand that that's what is coming from the men.
So this is my personal opinion.
Okay.
My opinion has nothing to do with Tiff or Melissa. This is my sole opinion, right? Okay. I feel like there are a lot of men that chase women for the wrong reasons, right? Whether it be all physical, whether it be monetary, whether it be it's other guys that she's the popular girl and you want to be with the popular girl. Whatever your reason is, right? The reason is not based on the constitute of marriage and a bond between a man and a woman, which is what it's supposed to be: love, commitment, communication, compromise, right? Just to name a few, right? So you get into these situations where men lead, and a lot of times men do this, especially in Miami and Atlanta. Men lead with money, right? So you think that you dangling this flashy piece of whatever it is in front of her in hopes that you can attract her. But you also have to be consistent and be able to keep that up as well to keep her. And a lot of men, they lead with stuff that they can't do consistently. And then they ultimately end up in a situation where they're unhappy because they put out so much and they haven't been able to get that in return. So now it comes time where she's probably fed up or whatever. And what are you going to do when she's fed up? You're going to do everything in your power to try to keep her, correct? Even marriage. Because a lot of these niggas is proposing not to lose their hoe. Excuse my language, right? So now, right? So boom, you in a situation where you're pouring into and you're not receiving what you need to receive in return. Now you're stuck in a marriage that doesn't serve you. So you're unhappy. So what do you do when you're unhappy? You look for other places of happiness. Yes? That's what we have the divorce rate that we have. That's we have the divorce rate that we have because men don't really understand what it means to find a partner.
Neither women sometimes too, though, because if we
Yeah.
keep the bug, I just feel like I see so many people who are in relationships because they need each other, not because they want each other.
Yep.
It's a different kind of relationship. Like I've been in relationships with people that I needed, right? So
Yep.
it's like
Right.
we're not happy, but we need each other for us to be okay and for us to have whatever.
Can you define need? What is your definition of need, please?
So I'm gonna. It feels so okay. I'm just gonna put. I'm truthful. Like for instance, when I was younger, I don't want to implicate nobody I dated previously. I still y'all cool people, but it was sometimes like I don't want to say it without. I feel like if I say it, whatever. So like when I was younger, right? Like for me personally, I was younger. Maybe I wasn't making a certain amount of money. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
have things. So by myself, I struggled a little bit. But me and
Mm-hmm.
together, we can make more things happen financially. So I'm gonna stick with this relationship. Yes, toxic as F. We arguing every day. We don't really get along. I don't like you for real,
Right.
but
But you
you pay.
you getting
You
Dooney.
pay.
You getting Dooney. You getting
And
Coach.
Dooney and Burke.
She said back in the day, Dooney was the shit. Now don't do that. Don't do that. Dooney was the shit. Don't do that.
Understand it. So like we're together, right? And then because I'm reliant upon you for like basic needs, because it gets to the point where like without you, I'm
Mm-hmm.
struggling. With you, I'm okay. And so I stay with you. I even might have married you. I don't know. I'm just saying it could happen. And
Mm-hmm.
then I realized like it's not worth my health. It's not worth my happiness, my sanity. I would rather struggle than to be in this situation. But there are so many people who are in a relationship right now who need each other financially. And that is
Sure.
one of the main drivers for why they're still together. Because rent
Yep.
too expensive and they've been living together for 10 years because the kids got daycare. And if we split up, who gonna pay the daycare? How we gonna make this work? I need help picking up the kids. So like you're making this thing work and y'all don't
Mm-hmm.
really each other for real, but y'all just in this
Y'all
relationship because
don't really fuck with each other for real. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
it's different. When I started dating my husband, it was different because like once you get in the place where like I don't need you, you don't need me, but we just really like each other and we're just here. It's a different kind of relationship because now we're having different conversations. Now
Mm-hmm.
there's a different incentive. So I'm not with you because at the end of the day, we got to keep this thing together because we need each other.
Right.
I'm keeping this thing together because we like each other and we want to be happy together.
Yes.
And that's how you don't end up in divorce, I think, but I could be wrong,
I hear a lot of girls say that the relationship only work if the guy like the girl more. Right? Do y'all agree with that?
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. I think I said that before. I don't. I think it has to be, and I know it probably doesn't make sense, but I feel like it has to be both. Like you have to like me more, and I have to like you more, and we just have to actually genuinely like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has to be that so that we can move forward. This is how this companionship works.
Companionship. That's a great SAT word.
I
Yes.
try.
Absolutely.
I tried to read a little
Absolutely.
bit before I started.
Yes. I agree with everything that all of you have said. I do. We're in a needy society in general.
Yeah,
Like it's a lot of people. When
yeah.
you really look at the economic state of the country right now, it's a lot of people that make less than the average
I
across
heard
the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's no slight to them or whatever their career path is. You're not cutting it by yourself,
Absolutely.
which is normal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that does create this survivor mode that I've heard so many different times from so many different people. Oh, if you take me out of survivor mode, I could be in my femininity and all this other bullshit.
You're about to piss
Okay.
me off.
Listen, no, they make me mad with
bullshit.
that bullshit. They do. It is bullshit. Come on, man, stop that,
It's,
please. Okay,
Why is it? Why? Why?
it's not
because it
bullshit.
is, bro.
Why? Well, tell me why it's bullshit.
How is okay? Explain to me because this goes in line with this whole soft girl era. Like this, it's y'all act like this just came around. Like you all had to be independent far before the soft girl era. Okay, Beyonce told y'all a long time ago in the independent song. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's your responsibility to stand on your own 2 feet, just like it's my responsibility to stand on my own 2 feet. because 100 plus 100 is 200.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're both independent and self-sufficient on our own, when there is a crisis, we don't have to take away from the other one to handle said crisis. I can still be whole and help you get back to 100% versus me starting at 50 or 75 or whatever the case is, right? And I'm constantly pulling you up. I'm constantly helping you. Like the biggest thing in the world, the biggest turnoff in the world is for a woman to mention to me that she need help with a bill. I'm sorry. I got my
You
own
know,
bills.
that was going to
I
be
got
my
my own bills.
question.
I got my own children. I got my own responsibilities.
Sure.
So if you need help with necessities, I'm probably not the guy for you. Okay. Now you need a radiator, your water heater broke, you need a set of tires. That's not a necessity. That's an emergency situation, and I can help you with that. I don't have no problem with helping you with that. But if you coming to me talking about Georgia Power about to cut your lights off, that's probably the last conversation we gonna have.
These conditions
But
crazy.
I think that's soft girl era stuff. So like
that's what they're relating it to, though.
but that's
They're
not it though.
That's not, yeah. So
okay.
then they're out of they're not.
Please explain it to me.
So I don't see it. So, okay. How can it? First of all, I'll start by saying that like I agree with you 1,000% that each person should have the ability to manage their own
Radiator friend. Somebody
Yes.
said, did he say radiator?
In your
He
car.
said radiator.
In your car,
Like-
Ruth. In your car.
like-
If you need a radiator, I'm your
He
guy.
said
Okay.
radiator friend. He did.
like that's the thing, right? I think you should definitely be able to take care of your necessities. For me, when I hear the term soft girl era, I'm not thinking about my bills being paid. I'm thinking more about being in a relationship where like I have someone who's listening to how I feel. They're being attentive to my needs. They are they're welcoming of the things that I want us to experience and the places I want us to go. They provide me peace of mind by not being out here being reckless and cheating on me. Like you're allowing me to be safe and secure in this relationship,
Safe,
but fully as a woman, and not have to worry about all the other shit that distracts me from being in my femininity because now I got to defend myself and be masculine.
now I have
Yeah.
to defend myself.
That makes perfect sense.
That's what.
Yeah.
So we need to remove all the po-holes out of the soft girl era conversation.
Oh my God.
Because they muddy in the waters. They muddy
But
in the waters because they're muddy in the waters. They really are. Because when you talk to a lot of them, soft girl era mean pay for shit for me so I could go be ratchet with my friends and then come home and love on you. I'm just telling you what the consensus
Well, it's
is.
just not true.
So that makes more sense to me. Yes, be emotionally available.
It's just not
be kind, have open and honest communication. I understand what y'all saying. I'm just telling you, I'm active on social media, and the brains of a lot of these women, you'd be surprised. Lord Jesus.
Won't be.
I don't want to be fighting like for instance, it's stuff I like to do after church. I'll say, honey, can we go to the park and walk around? Like I don't want to have to fight you to get you to do stuff with me. Like
I'll
have a conversation.
I walk barefoot. Man, Jesus.
I want you to respect my feelings, even if you disagree, and us be able to have a healthy conversation. I want to be able to be loved and, embraced, and I want to have good sex and just all the things that make you feel like you just
tell them what the soft girl era really is.
This is my first time hearing it broken down in such an eloquent manner.
Oh, thank you.
All I've ever heard was I need shit to be paid for, so I don't gotta pay for it, so that I could feel like a woman and spend my own money. I'm just telling you. I'm just reporting back to you what the consensus is. Yeah. There we go. I like that. I do like that.
Yeah, that's kept girl era.
That's kept.
Faith, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up at all.
I believe. I really do. But I also want us to go ahead and use Tiffany definition. I want us to use that one.
Look, you got my vote.
Okay.
You got my vote.
Mimi, ain't true, right? When think about it now. A man, he laying it down, you know what I'm saying? Then you ain't gotta argue with him about certain stuff. Then y'all communicating well. What you want to get up and cook?
You want
lingerie.
God damn it, I'm about to slam my.
Let me tell you something. Look, I love the conversation we have. It's only like 8 of y'all. I promise. It's not even a lot. It's only 8. It's only 8. And 2 of y'all niggas is on live. It's only 8. I promise. I promise you.
It's not.
I promise you.
It's not. It's not. It's not. I promise you.
Make me a believer.
It is not. I promise you.
is a man that can communicate. And Nick, I heard you say something when on y'all episode you were talking about like a man who's emotionally intelligent and how he needs to take a break and all that stuff. That's the only kind of communication I know, right? So I'm gonna keep it a buck. That right there, I do care how much money. It's complicated.
Yeah,
but
let's not lie to the people. Let's not lie to the people. Go ahead. Be
okay,
honest.
you don't have to be. I'm not a woman who feels the man has to make most or more
Okay.
because I know what I do and where I'm going.
Absolutely.
We together, we good, right?
Right.
But for me, the deal breaker is a person who has like unhealthy emotional regulation and unhealthy communication.
Yes.
If you flipping out in public, getting loud, tossing stuff, breaking stuff, if we arguing all the time and you can't have I can't fool.
We can't. Yeah. We can't
Look
do
at the
it.
chat. Look what he just said. She is a unicorn.
No, I'm telling you, it's not true. It's not true. I wish I had that Michael Jackson meme. It's not true. Let me tell you why it is true, right? So Tiff, you've been out the game, right? We both live in the same city, so you've been out the game.
Yeah.
I'm in the trenches, okay?
What?
I'm in the trenches. I'm seeing what's going on. Yeah. And there is not a lot of women that, well, maybe it could be the places that I frequent, right? Because I like to think that I'm in a lot of different rooms, okay? However, it's very rare that you run into a woman that has your mindset, that is also attractive.
Okay, because I was gonna say
you missing a checkbox. Okay, you ain't got them all. You probably think like Tim, but you ugly, or you bad body, or you have more than enough baby daddies for a few women. Like it just, you get what I'm saying? So it's never all in the same package. I think that's what he's trying to say, that you're a unicorn. And it is definitely a compliment because I don't see many unicorns when I'm out in the trenches.
I don't know what. I know a lot of women who are like myself, but the problem is they keep running into lanes, like dudes who just dragging them. And they tired.
When is the next cookout?
I will invite you to
when is the next cookout? Yes, bring me around the unicorns. Okay, I'm tired of the donkeys. Tired of the donkeys. No more donkeys. We need unicorns on them.
Yeah.
So
to that, Mimi, ask him. So did y'all talk about the potential conversation about people dating potential?
We did not talk about the potential conversation because that actually kind of just came across my timeline like this morning, and so that's why I brought it to you. Gosh, how did I even phrase that today? My mind is empty now. What?
Basically, asked me like, so Mimi and I were recording earlier, and she was asking, like she was saying, basically, I guess people are tired of dating potential.
Mm-hmm.
So like, person isn't kind of fully baked. They're not really trying to jump into the relationship. They just don't know if the potential is ever going to turn into something bigger. And she was asking if I agreed with that whole concept. And so I want to ask you, just curious, if you met a woman who had potential, but maybe wasn't exactly where you wanted her to be, would you invest in the potential, or would you be like, nah, she's not really where I want her to be, I'm good, and just kind of move on?
Where is she? I need more color.
Where is she? Like what in the world? Like where is Waldo?
What is the potential? Like she has potential to do what?
Girl, let's say she got 2 kids.
Okay, that's cool.
That's your limit. That's your max. So she checked the box.
Kids not my issue. Baby daddies is my issue, not kids.
So she has 2 kids. She's living. She down bad right now. So she living with a friend in their apartment. She renting a room, but she working.
Okay.
And you know, she
2 kids in the room with her too.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
And I mean, she got potential. Like she's smart. You know, she driven. She down bad right now. She going through something. Okay. You meet her, y'all start dating, y'all talking. She don't really tell you. Then you find out this her situation. Like, are you trying to stay with her? Are you trying to talk to her? What you doing?
So I'm very, very inquisitive, right? So I ask a lot of questions to see where you are in life and to see whether or not I have the tolerance to deal with that, right? So it's a few conversations that I'm gonna have with you. One of those conversations being how many baby daddies do you have? And I think people laugh when I say that, right? She got 2 baby daddies, right? So let's just break that down because that's a lot of personalities that you got to manage. So I got to manage her. I got to manage the 2 children. Are the baby daddies dead, alive, or in jail?
They're alive and they're a part of the kids' lives.
Is it healthy?
I mean, relatively.
No, I'm no. I don't have time to deal with a nigga that don't know the relationship is over.
Well, so we didn't say they don't know the relationship over. We just said it's relatively healthy.
No, she think the relationship over. They do not. That's what I'm saying. So that's going to cause hell in my life when I'm trying to be the man that she has prayed for or dreamed of, right? So that's the first issue, the baby daddy issue, because a lot of these niggas really don't know when to just stop. You know what I'm saying? And you're making my life harder because not only do I got to deal with the shit at work, the shit with my children, the shit in my business, I then have to go console your woman over some dumbass shit that you did. And you're not even supposed to be this emotional with her because you ain't seen this girl naked in 7 years.
Correct.
What are you doing?
That's correct.
What are you doing?
Correct.
So that's one.
That's what it is. Fair. Keep going.
Right. So I need to then secondly, I need to know what the potential looks like. What is she? Does she sell insurance? Does she work at JJ's Fish and Chicken? Does she,
she sell insurance?
No, let's say she's a claims adjuster for an insurance company.
Not a bad job. Not a bad job at all, right? She one of the big three, Allstate.
Yeah.
State Farm.
Progressive. She actually at Progressive.
I could work with that. Now the conversation needs to shift to how are we gonna get out of this room? Because there's too many people in that room.
Yeah.
What is your plan to get out of the room?
I'm gonna stop you right here. So I want to just say something real quick. In the comments, all y'all men talking about a unicorn, y'all ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I literally just gave you my situation when I started dating my husband.
Right.
Now here's the backstory.
And I haven't said no. I haven't said no yet.
No, but you talk. So you didn't say no.
I did not on purpose.
But it's somebody in the comments said, nah, two kids in the room.
Nah. Yeah, that's him. But listen, I done been in worse scenarios. I promise you, I've been in worse scenarios.
So look, potential, right? Here's potential. So, like not airing my business out, but when I started dating my husband, and this is why I tell people, you can't judge a person based on where they are when you meet them, and potential can be an indicator of success if the person is willing to work, right? So I knew him since college, but at the time that we started dating, I was going through my divorce. I was living in a house where my ex-husband was paying all of the bills. And then after he did his thing and was unfaithful and left, he packed up his stuff and moved while I was at work. I come home and now we're living in this nice neighborhood that I can't afford. I got $1,000 daycare. I got all these things. So I pull myself and go from a 4-bedroom house to stay in somebody's room. So when I started my husband, I'm living in someone's room in their apartment, right? And I remember when we started dating, my dad called him in, and I heard my dad say it, and I was shocked that he asked him. Mimi's met my dad before, but he's like, my daughter has 2 kids. She's been married before. You don't have any kids. You have a great job.
That was gonna be my next question. How many kids he had? Keep going.
Why my dad's like, why are you here? Like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got options. Why are you here? Right? He wanted to hear what he was going to say. My husband could have easily been like, nah, like you got too much going on. And you're right. At the heart of the issues with the baby daddies, it do be a little bit of, I still want her and all of that kind of stuff. Difficult. But one thing I've always been intentional about is I chose the people I had the children with. So I'm going to manage that relationship. I'm not going to put that on you. And I'm going to try to keep you away from it as much as possible because it's their responsibility. I've always had that mentality. But he could have been like, nah, and we wouldn't be here today. But he invested in my potential, and here we are. So I'm saying this to y'all to say, like, don't knock the girl just because she, you know what I'm saying, down bad. Go ahead, Nick. I'm listening.
I just have one question. At the time that your now husband talked to your father, had y'all already been intimate or it hadn't happened yet?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then he already knew what time it was. Like, come on. You was in distress, and that shit was snapping. Okay, let's just be honest. You was in distress, it was snapping. You was fucking your way to freedom. Okay, all right. Let's just be honest. If y'all asked me to be here, okay, I have to keep it 1,000. Now, Tiff, you are amazing. I love you. I know that you have potential, but we can't ignore that factor. We can't. You probably the best he ever had.
What?
That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When I saw my husband, I remember like, I don't want to be. I'm not for the streets. That ain't my life.
I feel you. You look. It
I don't.
ain't just men that's fucking for shelter. It's not.
No,
It's women too.
no. But he was living long distance.
Okay.
And I told myself one thing I wasn't gonna do was get back into a situation where I was relying on somebody.
Right.
Because when Buddy left me, I was asked out. Like I
Right.
stretch and rebuild. And it made me feel so bad. Even like when we first, I remember the first few years of our marriage, or not even marriage, relationship before marriage, because we dated for 4 years. We would go to the grocery store and I'm busting it down the middle. We going on vacation. I'm buying my ticket. He buying, like, it was like, because I don't want to for nothing, because I hated that felt.
Yeah.
It took me years to get to a place where I felt safe enough to allow things for me. To this day, my husband can tell you, we've been together 15 years. I may have asked him for money like 3 times, maybe 3 times.
That's a good average. That's a really good average.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm gonna be serious. Back to serious, right? So you asked dating for potential.
Yeah.
The mentality has to be there for me, right? So, like you said, you were in an uncompromising situation. However, you had the mindset to get yourself out of it. And I think a lot of times what happens is when women get into survival mode, they don't really know how to survive because they never really had to. Men, we always got to get that shit out the mud. So if a nigga loses his job, he gonna go hustle, sell drugs, whatever the case is, to pull himself out of a situation, right? A lot of times, if you have a strong foundation, most women, when they get into a bind, who are they going to? They're going to their dad, or they're going to their father figure in their lives. It's a lot of men that don't got that, so they got to get it out the mud. So if your mentality is intact to where you know what you want, you got a 2-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and it's clear, concise, and it makes sense, I just may gamble, because shit, you talking the same language that I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? And I need somebody like that as far as a companion is concerned. So I'm not saying no, and I'm not saying fully yes. It just, we got to have some conversations in the middle for me to understand where you are, where we're going, and how I could contribute to you getting out of this rough patch.
So it's not a deal breaker.
It depends. It depends.
Ladies, got a chance with Nick. You heard him.
It depends.
You might
still
have a chance, ladies. I'm saying Nick is a good catch. I'm just out here saying.
For real. Brett got kicks that if you're married, you shouldn't have to ask your husband for money. You know something? I don't know if I agree with that. I understand the concept behind that. I get what you're saying. I do think that each mate should be aware of the other person's needs. But do what we gotta do. It works for us.
Whatever works. Yeah, whatever works. I agree. I agree.
Whatever works up in this thing.
Yeah, but I do understand what you're saying in that, men take care of stuff. It ain't a whole lot of men out here just taking care of stuff no more, though. From what
with no real money. Not with 9 to 5 money.
Yeah.
From what I hear,
it's the other shit. It's prize picks, and it's the bookie, and it's drugs, and it's all that other shit. It's not real money.
But all mixed together, because it's not one. It's all of the above. Like
it's not W2. It's not W2.
Not at all.
It's just not.
They ain't fill out that W4 when they first got there. Not at all. Not at all, sweetie.
It's not W2.
No. So let me ask you, how do you get over a breakup? How you get over a breakup, Nick?
Get under somebody else. Next question. I'm just saying.
There is a song.
It is.
Get
over.
Right. I get
truthfully, because a lot of people like to tell you, oh, you got to heal, right? They throw this word out that you got to heal, right? But how do you heal by yourself?
What do you mean? That's exactly.
How do you heal? How do you heal by yourself? Like what steps should you take? How do you heal by yourself?
So, okay, I'll tell you, like, when I left jobs.
Nick, don't piss me off.
Oh,
go ahead.
I'm honestly asking. I am.
You got it, You got it?
No, go ahead, Tiffany, because.
Okay, so first of all, you have to ask yourself why the relationship ended, right?
Okay.
A lot
Yes.
of times there was some toxicity on both ends, whether it
Mm-hmm.
be back to the unhealthy communication, lack
Right.
of compromise, maybe needs not being met. And so you have to really kind of reset. It's almost like taking the time to like change all your fluids, get your oil changed, do all your like just kind of get yourself back where you're like running the way you're supposed to. Because I
Mm-hmm.
people come out of relationships where they're used to arguing with their ex-mate. So when they get into a new situation, everything is an argument. Or like
Mm-hmm.
having to check a phone because they've been cheating on so much. So now they don't trust anybody. So you got to work on trusting. You got to work on like understanding how to manage your emotions. I guess the emotional intelligence. Like this is all stuff you do through therapy to kind of talk about your situation, what you went through, the things you've learned about yourself because of the situation, and how you manage things before you get back into another relationship. I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I received that. So I think what has helped me is having people that you can bounce ideas off of why your last relationship didn't work, right? So like if y'all had communication issues, to me, dating multiple people helps with that because you get to see different perspectives of information once you bounce it off of people, right? And I'm saying dating. I'm not saying just going around and fucking a whole bunch of people, right? But let's just say I don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware of what happened in my relationship. I know what I did wrong. I know what I did right. I don't need time to heal. I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna holler at people, and I'm gonna have conversations, and I'm gonna build my I guess you can call it I'm going to build my points of reference around working on the things that I did wrong, right? So if I wasn't a good communicator, the next girl that I get, I'm going to listen. I'm going to hear her points out. I'm going to communicate with her. And if that doesn't work, I'm on to the next one. And whatever else that you had to work on, to me, I always been of the mindset of people always tell you, oh, you got to go here, you got to go here, you got to go here. Yeah, you can go here. But then once you heal, you got to put that into action.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
still out here,
Healing
dating people and
healing is a
understanding
continuum.
what
So
for
healing is
sure,
not you've reached a point and then that's it.
for
It's a continuum. There are
sure,
going to be times
yeah,
where the church called backslide. There's going to be times where you're going to be tested and you're going to fucking fail, right? It's a
yep,
continuum. So I just feel like it's that. So you're never going to arrive at that point. But I too feel like if you're not by yourself to process, I think that people are skipping the process in order to go to the progress and move forward, then that's where we lost altogether. You're not processing. And I feel like that's what's going on just in general with people just in the world. I have that
mm-hmm,
conversation with my son. You're not processing. Let the
Mm-hmm.
shit process. What happened after A? Let's move on and do so on and so forth. Niggas ain't
I agree.
processing. So,
right,
and how do you process with someone else if you're not processing to you? You don't know your ins and outs. You don't know
right,
what you like, what you didn't like, what you did. Maybe you didn't do it. Maybe this person
right.
did this shit to you. Maybe this was reactive and not, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Go ahead. Finish your point. I didn't need to cut you off.
So Ruthie, she said by reflecting on what happened. Brett got kicked said being to yourself and asking yourself what you did wrong. A Miles said new coochie helps the healing process. Okay, A Miles. This what I'll say, you know what? This is what I think. So like when y'all leave jobs, if it was a toxic job, do you just go find a new job and just start the new job, or do you take a break after you stop working the job?
I got kids. Nigga, we look. If I
So when
quit Wednesday, well, I'm working
I
Monday.
left my toxic job, you know this all too well. Like it was like the most seamless transition I've ever seen. It was the perfect alley oop. Like I moved right on to the next.
Yeah.
It was just like because yeah, I got kids. FPL don't give a damn about this toxicity. It's 154. 154 due it
Yeah.
on May 9th.
I
I
understand.
have, and I agree. I haven't been in, and I'll be honest, I haven't been in a position to take a break, right? Because I I am the train. So if I don't work, it's a whole bunch of people that suffer because of that. So I
Right.
don't really have the luxury to sit back and be like, you know what, this job didn't serve me. I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. I don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
go into new situations with a new frame of mind, like, okay, I'm not holding that last job against me though. Just like when I talk to a new girl, I'm not holding what the last girl did to me to this girl. Like you got a different name, you got a different birthday, you got a different zodiac. I'm gonna treat you like I don't know you until you do something to me. that reminds me of the last person that I was talking to, and then I have a decision to make. Do I want to continue in this with you, knowing that I see this red flag and I'm going to ignore it, and I've ignored it all my life, and that is the reason why I am where I am? Or am I going to work it out with you in hopes that you are or end up different than the last person?
How do you recognize the red flags? How do you notice this? If there were, answer that question first, and now move to the next.
You got to think with this head and not the one between your legs. That's really it. Like, it's a whole bunch of shit that we as men just deal with because she thick, or she fine, or she got big titties, or she got a nice car, or she got a nice crib, or whatever the case is, right? But once you get out of that and you really see people for who they are, the red flags are they fuchsia.
Yeah.
They not they're pretty bright. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta pay attention to what it is. It's not no secret. You know what I'm saying? It's not a secret at all. Like, if I get on the phone with you and we in the first couple conversations and I hear you yelling on the phone, y'all sit y'all goddamn ass down. Whoa, time out, hold on. Why you talking to the kids like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't gotta talk to them like that. This is what I'm saying in my head. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the first red flags. How you talk to your kids is ultimately how you're going to talk to me, because they came out of you. Yeah. So if you don't got no respect for them, you damn sure ain't finna respect me. And I don't know if I want to stand around and wait on that to happen. So
that's one thing I can't stand to hear people cuss at little kids. That drives me.
Yeah.
Yo,
me a little different.
Little kids, I can't stand it. Now my son, he's 17. Every now and then I'd be like, Negro.
Yeah, that's a different conversation. 17.
I'll put you in
You done heard curse words at school, so that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Anything under double digits though, like, why are you talking to them like that? Like, that's not, that's, to me, that's the first one. So, and then the second red flag is you needing help too early.
So you had to deal with a lot of that, honey, with like girls coming right out the gate, like, let me get my light bills or whatever.
It may not have been a bill, but it been a bed.
Okay. Because I that's been like a
theme, right?
It's been a bed. It's been whether it was small, medium, or large. It's been something that I got asked for prematurely. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's a turnoff, because why is it? Maybe I need to shave my beard, because why when I come around, all your problems start? Maybe I just need a fresh start. I need a fresh start. I need to stop wearing hats. I need to wear contacts, or whatever the fuck I need to do, because no, this is not happening. I don't understand why, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden, your light's about to get cut off. Man, what you was finna do if I ain't holler at you? How was you gonna make that happen?
Nah, y'all gotta stop. So y'all gotta stop saving people. So somebody said, why you
That's a great question.
Right.
Oh, who is that?
That's my
Marie.
I just
said it. I don't know. I actually be going after the bad ones. Like, I'm pretty handsome. Okay, I don't know if y'all know this shit or not.
We see you, friend. We see you.
It's not what I attract.
It is.
It's not though, because you can't help who you attract. I like what I like.
No.
And I don't have a type. None of my
that was gonna be my next question. What is your type? Because clearly you're attracting a type. Because all of their bills need to be due. All their bills do.
You can't see dick on somebody's forehead. You cannot. I wish you could. I wish it was like a video game where, like,
but what
the shit be hanging over the head.
Like, Nick, what are you giving off that's making people feel so comfortable and compelled to, like, say, hey, let me see if you know what I'm saying?
I lead every situation with charisma, conversation, and comedy. That's it. I'm funny. I'm gonna make you laugh. We're gonna talk about a wealth of different things. And I do make people feel comfortable. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I don't know if I should make them feel that comfortable.
I agree.
To where they feel. But where's the boundary? You get what I'm saying? Because you can either scale back and risk whatever you're losing, or you could be your full authentic self and hope that they like you, and then you risk them being the other way. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand where y'all coming from about you are what you attract. I'm well aware of that, right? But there is no costume for bitches that need help. It just ain't. Shit. I tried to be nice now.
You know, Mimi, every time you said that, Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, why are you saying this?
For real, man, I'm just saying. Damn, y'all like, look, y'all are amazing. Your cousin, she probably amazing too. Y'all probably don't got to deal with the shit that I got to deal with because y'all are women. Y'all don't have to go out and hunt. You eat what you kill.
Oh no,
So if y'all can,
stop. That's not true because I know a lot of girls who are out here saving men. Let's talk. No, don't do that.
that's very true. However, if you walk out your house right now, right? Let's just say you go into Publix, right? Y'all can walk out. You can walk out with the beanie on, sweatpants, no makeup, one sock different color than the other one, and it's probably gonna be 5 niggas that think you're the most beautiful woman in the world, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm not interested. I'm happily married. My husband do everything you think you could do. Blah blah blah. All that shit I be telling.
But they just want to sleep with you. They don't want to help you. They don't want you. They want to just sleep with you. That's it.
I'm with you 1000%.
Yeah.
Me as a lion, I have to go out and kill what I want to eat, whatever that is. So I don't get the luxury of sitting back and just waiting on the unicorn to come holler at me. No, I got to get out here and I got to holler at people, and it's trial and error. It's all trial and error. You don't know what you're getting when you holler at some. I don't holler at women at Publix, Walmart, Sam's Club, the gas station, church, work, you name it. So it ain't like I'm only going to one specific place. I have a
But
wealth of different
you're
places
going
that I
to
get to
going
choose
to
from.
different places, but you're talking
The
to the
same
same person.
kind of people.
You're talking
And
to the same
I,
person.
and you can't
I promise you I'm not.
You
woman,
are.
and you can't assume that just because it's a woman that she doesn't have to catch and kill what she has to eat
Because
because
the
they're,
female lion is the hunter, by the way. Go ahead.
It's not many of y'all that's out here hollering at niggas. It's not.
well that's the but
Because number one,
that's not the catching and killing though. I mean, like we're
yeah,
doing all
it is.
too.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
You have to. So listen, you can go out and you can be attractive, and attract people, right? I can be attractive and won't nobody come up to me.
That's not true.
No, you telling me about my life?
I mean, I've been seeing girls now. So it's crazy because like where I've been out and I've seen girls like go and I'm like, damn, like
how old are these women? How old are these women?
I don't know, but you know, we in Atlanta. So like I see women sometimes and I'm like y'all just go for it. Like I would never.
No. Now I will say this: the women in Atlanta are a little bit more aggressive than any other place that I've been. I'll give you that.
So these Miami girls not aggressive because the Miami girls is aggressive, bro.
They're not. No, they're aggressive if you got money. If you appear to have money. So you got to have the Cuban, you got to have the Rolex, you got to have the foreign or the Hellcat or some kind of cat. You got to have the cat. Right? You got to have that.
One of the cats.
You got to have gold dreads. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the look, the skinny jeans, the hood superstar shirt, and all this other stuff that all these niggas be wearing. You have to have the uniform. For women, you got to have a scammer uniform. I'm telling you, it is a uniform. You have to have that for the Miami girl. For the Miami girl to be aggressive to want to holler at you, right? But if you're a regular guy, right, I wear slacks to work. You know what I'm saying? My belt matches my shoes. I wear a polo shirt. I tuck my shirt in. I'm getting looked past. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with getting looked past because I don't mind hunting. But a lot of the women that I'm attracted to aren't coming up to holler at me because they expect for men to come holler at them.
That's fair.
Look, he
Lady,
said the Simon Special. That is so true. If you go to Simon's right now, whatever you see in the fucking window, whatever the mannequin is in the window, that's the uniform. That's the uniform I'm talking about. Simon's. Okay, so I'll give you. It's equivalent to you've been to Spike. Is it Spike's? No. What's the store up here? It used to be Jimmy Jazz.
Oh, heard it before.
Mm-hmm.
The mannequins that be in the window.
Okay.
You got to be dressed like one of them.
Okay.
And add jewelry and add the cat, the Hellcat, the
one of the cats.
cat, or whatever. One of the cats. It got to be one of them. Okay.
Ladies, heard Nick. You need to be looking for a man that's wearing slacks to work. With a dad hat.
I'm telling you. Yes.
That's where the gold is. I mean,
And what?
personally, I don't like the guys. Like, so my brother is an example of a man that I love. My brother, I would never date the guy,
Love white buddy death. He's a perfect example of the
but I
uniform.
wouldn't date anybody who reminded me of my cousin
And you
because I just
want to know?
I don't want it.
I don't know his relationship situation, so I ain't gonna talk about what type of women he probably attracts. But I guarantee you, it's all of the ones that I'm talking about because he got the
He got a
uniform.
Everybody,
He got the uniform on.
but look, it's like I personally would not want to, and I love my brother, but I just know that type of guy comes with stuff that I
comes
don't know.
with stuff that I'm not
Just
interested
that
in.
persona
Yeah.
comes with something I don't
I
want.
I don't want it.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
So it's tough. You know what I'm saying? I haven't given up. I'm not giving up, but I'm just at a point now where I'm just like, whoever this person is that I'm supposed to find, she'll find me. So I just been out here. You know?
Nick.
I love it. Nick. I do. I just hope you
Thank
stop
you.
the same women everywhere you go because it's obvious that you're choosing the wrong.
It's clear.
That's-
It's clear as day.
Listen,
You're-
that is not true.
You're-
Okay,
It's
can you
too
all right,
true.
define? Can you define same? Okay, define same woman.
You
I mean,
you
that-
define them.
So you end up essentially having the same conversation with these women. So in my head, I'm saying to myself, if you're the person that's picking the woman,
Yep.
right, and you're kind of starting the conversation and you end up in the same place,
Yes.
you got to be the picker. You got to be the person that is
I'm
making
with
the wrong.
I'm with you 1,000%.
So
I just have a counter.
But what are you going after that could be?
What's the counter?
I have a counter. So, like I said earlier, none of the women that I have dated in probably the last 2 years, and that's a broad expression. None of the women I've dated in the last 2 years look alike, talk alike, from the same place. I've dated women from other countries, not from Atlanta, not from Miami. Like, it's been a multitude of different people. It's not until we get into a situation where we're actually getting to know each other, that's when I find out things that I don't like about you. And they probably find out things they don't like about me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the core of it, nobody looks the same. And that's why I say I don't have a type. Like, I've dated dark-skinned women, light-skinned women, tall, short, purple, green, orange, whatever you could throw at me, I probably done been in her presence. You know what I'm saying? But once you start talking to people, you start hearing shit that you don't necessarily agree with or don't like. So then what do you do at that point? Do you stick around? No.
No, you don't stick around.
So what I would,
although I do understand that, y'all, I do understand the logic of it is me, because I agree with you. It is me. But I don't agree with I'm picking the same person. I think that the same person just keep appearing in different forms of bitches.
It's different fonts, but it's the same.
not how this works.
You know what I'm saying? I'm typing the same shit, but I'm using a different font.
That's not how.
Okay? It is. I'm telling you, they just keep appearing. I don't know if God playing tricks on me or what's going on.
No.
That's not it. That's not it.
It'd be the same shit.
Really not how this works at all.
Like,
I've given every type of woman a chance.
Yeah. Sheena,
I've given every type of woman a chance.
says history shows you picking the same person,
Cool.
and then
But Sheena, she married.
my cousin is married with 4 children. Yes, that's my cousin. That's yes.
And then that guy Kick says everyone has flaws. You just gotta accept which ones you are willing to deal with. So I definitely think that's a thing. There are going to be things you hear that you don't like. I think that we have deal breakers. They're like things that for us. But you know what I wish for you, Nick? I wish 2 things for you and Mimi. I wish that if you find yourself in a toxic work situation, that you actually have the space to take rest. I'm serious, because I think that we haven't been taught to do that.
Absolutely.
Be able to just kind of reflect on like what we went through, because sometimes work can be traumatic. When I went through a traumatic work experience, I had to take almost a year out of work. Like, it was just a lot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a lot. Because
I wish
how people is when you get to a certain level in corporate America, the battles are different, and so it's like really do things to you. But yeah, I took almost a year out, and just having that time to like really figure stuff out, it helps you to move different. So that's why I became an advocate for like taking time out of relationships, because any relationship you need that time just to kind of like heal your heart and kind of reset your system, so you're not sensitive to things that you went through in that other relationship, if that makes sense. That's why you.
The last job that probably was toxic to the point where I really needed a break, it was PRC, and that was like 2012, right? For those of you that don't know what PRC is, it's a call center in Miami.
Miami
It's
staple.
it's literally 13th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
a lot of people, they come out of high school and that's like their first job.
Yeah.
And they work there until they find something else, or they work there until they work there, right? Me, in my position, I had already graduated college twice. I was already living on my own, and I ran into a situation where the company that I was working for went out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So I was forced to move back to Miami, and I was forced to find a job, and I couldn't find no other place to work, and that was the last resort. So my issue with that place was I was more educated than my supervisor.
Yeah.
I was making $9.50 an hour.
The devil.
And I had a $500 car payment. For those of you who are good at math, you could pretty much dictate how much money I had left at the end of my paycheck. So that was a very, very, that was probably the lowest point in my life. But since then, every job that I left it going to a better situation, and it ended up being pleasant when I first got there, and then it ended up being toxic. So I've always just bounced. I took a couple of days. Like for me, I only need a couple of days. It's not really, I don't allow work to stress me like that. I be having so much other stuff going on. I'm passionate in so many other things. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not the work. That's just to keep the lights on.
Say you better than PRC.
Nigga, listen, Brent, that's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt, okay? That's exactly how I felt.
You know how I feel about work.
Yes.
You know how I feel about work. I'm here for I'm here to do a service. Yes, in exchange for U.S. currency. I have no feelings attached to this place. I'm here to do a service in exchange for U.S. currency. I'm here to pay my bills because that is the way of the world, right? These are the systems of the world. We need money to survive XYZ. So while you're having a sword swinging contest of who's bigger and who's whatever, y'all can do whatever it is y'all doing. I will step over here. I will punch in. I will punch out. Fuck y'all for the rest of y'all life. Thank you.
For sure. I'm with you. I understand.
Please leave me alone. God bless you. This was fun, guys. Oh my God, this was so fun. Gian, tell us what we got going on.
Yes, we should do this again.
We have to do this again.
Yeah.
I know we about to be traveling soon, Tiff. So, we got to schedule something after that. But yeah, let's do this really soon.
July the 20th, I'll be in Miami. July 20th weekend.
So, what's happening July 20th?
A baby shower. It's not mine. It's my best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. No. It's one of my best friend's baby shower. So if you want to set up something.
When is the reunion?
Yeah, I think it's the following weekend. So I think, yeah. Terrible. Nick is terrible.
No, don't do that.
Nick is saying no. I'm not.
I'm
gonna be there. I'm gonna be there to have a good time. Nick is uninterested.
Why aren't you going, Nick?
Here we go.
I have a thing with.
Here we go.
Don't make me say it.
Say it. Say it.
I just don't. I don't like being around fake love.
Oh, tell me more.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I do believe it's a lot of people that fuck with me that went to school with me. I'm not saying that. Those people I communicate with in some way, form, or fashion via phone call, IG, Facebook, right? Or some type of social media platform. So I don't have to go to a picnic to check on them and see how they're doing. However, I don't really care to be around other energy that I don't feel like is serving me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to. I get the premise of reunions, right? We coming back and we talking about all the old times and this and that. But what is y'all niggas doing right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's everybody. This is my sole opinion. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I would much rather spend my time elsewhere doing other things. And then the reunion always come at a bad time. I have something else going on that I can't cancel, or I already got a trip planned, and I'm going to go do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch people when I catch them. So, I mean, we'll see.
That's fair.
We'll see.
I've never gone to one before. The only one I did was our 10-year reunion. We did a cruise and it was a lot of fun.
I would do that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But the picnic
I would do that.
on to. But I do when I see the pictures, I'm like, oh, there are people who I haven't seen since high school that I was really cool with that I just didn't.
For sure.
So I thought, it could be a good idea. But I do think there's a mix of people you don't really care to see.
A cruise is, to me, is far more celebratory than me flying down there to go to CB Smith Park. I'm just not doing that, bro. I'm not. I'm sorry.
F our lives, Mimi, basically is what he just
That's exactly what he said.
I said this is what I'm not doing.
Make a list with
you all
Aquarius.
do whatever y'all want to do.
fun at the park.
Right.
I wish everybody the best. I hope God blesses everybody with what they want.
Man.
Okay.
All right. Well, I definitely enjoyed this, y'all. Nick,
yes.
I haven't spoken to you since it literally has been high school, I think, right?
Yes.
And it's crazy. Both of you attended Florida A&M. Yes.
Did you, Nick?
Of course. What?
I didn't know you were a Rattler. How is that?
Yes.
I never even saw you on campus.
You was too busy in your own little world, child. You weren't worrying about
don't do
me.
that.
You was out here living your best life, okay?
I never saw you with the people who went to American or any of that on campus.
I mean, who are you around?
No one.
See? You didn't go to the set.
Not really. But I was in Mahogany my freshman year.
Oh, you was uppity. Yeah, y'all was uppity. Y'all thought y'all shit didn't stink. Yes. Now see how we peel back them layers? She was in Mahogany. You know what I'm saying?
I was really on a mission, man. I was trying to get in and get out. I had a baby, so y'all had time.
I understand.
Out, so
this is good.
I was not in any troops. I wasn't in any fraternities. If you seen Bo, you seen me. Let me just say that.
Often.
I was with him. Probably if I had to put a percentage to it, it was at least 80% of the time. Me and Bo lived together for 2 years, really 3, because I was after I moved, I was damn near over there every day.
Yeah.
But 3 years, especially my freshman year, I was definitely with him damn near the whole year because I didn't really hang with freshmen. I was always everybody I hung with was. If I was 19, them niggas was 23, 24, 25. I was hanging with older guys or whatever. So if you seen Bo, I wasn't far. 9 times out of 10.
And actually, Bill was my roommate one year. Bill Jones.
Bill's my bodyguard. Okay, ask Bill how much I was with him.
I love Bill.
Ask Bill how much I was with him, and he will tell you. I got. First of all, hold on. I seen Bill at Jazz in the Garden. I haven't. And that's my first time seeing him since when I was. It's been a while. A very, very long time. Me and Bill took a picture together, a few pictures together, actually. Boom.
My guy.
I
still got it in my phone.
Yeah.
I didn't cry when I seen him because I ain't seen him since college.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been around everybody that you are friends with. I probably either was in the bathroom or wherever. I don't know.
Well, I invite you next. We do cook at the house sometimes and have things here, so I'll be sure to invite you next time.
I bring stuff. I ain't one of them freeloaders. You know what I'm saying? I bring
house, so that's a good part. Yeah.
I bring stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your husband drink, if they play spades,
we do.
Definitely call me.
Yes, we play spades.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Mimi, thank you. Whenever you want to do this again.
Very soon. What you got coming up, Tiffany? We took a little break and when the GMs come back.
I've been off for a month, y'all, so I'm trying to figure out this business thing. Y'all keep being patient with me. For those of you who shop with my business, just trying to figure out corporate life and personal life. But I'm going to Thailand next week, so I'm super excited. Thailand and Bali. Super excited. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so happy I got rich friends. That's crazy. I'm happy. I really like having rich friends.
Not rich. We just sacrifice for the things we want.
That's it, and just make it happen.
That is the perfect rich nigga. It is.
We
Cool.
good.
I love that for you.
You the one, dog.
If we can do anything, I'm learning, see the world, like pay for the experience. I'm still gonna do nigga shit, right? So I'm still gonna buy Gucci and all, just because we niggas, right?
Yeah,
I am one. Through and through and through.
for
I get it. But
sure.
also, like, I'm learning. I just started really like stepping out there and traveling a lot last year, and the world is just so different outside of America, the North America. Like it's the stuff it's just different.
It's a few
See the world.
places I do want to see. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
Australia. I want to see the Maldives, and
Yeah.
probably maybe Paris, maybe.
Yeah.
But man, I'm still a nigger to the core. Okay,
Yeah.
I need an island. I need some people twerking.
Yeah. Oh,
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I need some tequila, and
That's
that's my
my type.
vacation.
Yeah, my type of
water.
party.
But you ain't gonna get the island necessarily. But Paris is nice. I was there a couple weeks ago. It's very, very nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. My passport is valid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need to take time to go do some shit. So I
I'm gonna
will.
find
And
Nick a suitable mate that he could travel with.
let me
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
what we
All
try.
right,
Here we go. Here
these
we
are my
go. Here we
requirements.
go.
All
Here we
right,
go.
so you
You
good?
ain't
All
got
right,
no
my
requirements,
requirements.
Nick. Your requirements are not
That's
working.
That's not true. That's why I keep leaving bitches alone because they don't meet my requirements. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all the one who labeled me
Sounding
as
very,
the wrong
very
pickup.
Cat Williams. Keep
That's
going. I'm sorry.
listen. Effective communication, listening, and
Yeah.
verbal. Right?
Yeah.
Compromise,
Yeah. Yeah.
ambition, and her eggs need to work because I'm not done.
Okay. That's
That's it.
so.
That's not a lot.
All you asking for is a healthy relationship. That's like bare minimum stuff.
Y'all the only ones that ain't been listening to me. I've been making sense this whole time. Y'all haven't been listening.
Everything you're like bare minimum, like
That's
that's like the base.
all. Look, I don't have a problem working. I don't have no habits other than edibles and tequila. Okay? And those I can stop at any given time. I don't owe nobody no money. I don't gamble. You know what I'm saying? I buy my own shoes. I have my own place to stay.
Okay.
I wash my jeans. All the shit that women be complaining about. I do the polar opposite. Okay? Because niggas be out here not washing their jeans, I heard. I
That's
wash mine, okay?
okay.
That's it. So you find me somebody with some eggs and all three of those, and we can make something shake. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. We got you. I only know those kind of people, so that works.
That makes me feel great. And the fact that I have a rich friend that's gonna
Oh,
put me down with one of her rich
I was
homegirls.
gonna say, Tiffany, you done picked up this project now, so
Listen, look,
congratulations,
I'm
you
okay.
have a
Mold
new
me.
project.
Mold me. Okay? Mold me.
Congratulations, you have a new project. Thank you. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. All right, y'all. I love y'all real bad.
I love y'all too. Y'all take it easy. God bless.
Peace. Now, how the hell? I appreciate y'all, boy. Turn this shit off. I'm gonna just end it. I'm gonna just press the X.